Good morning, captains. It's me, Tonic TZW, in a very wet, rainy Cambridge today. It's absolutely awful out there. I think I'd be drier if I jumped in the sea rather than stepping outside. We're here on the free-to-play account in the Tier 4 New York. I know I've put a few games out there in this ship. It's because we're working our way up the ranks. But seriously, this is a big one. Now, I can't remember when I was playing my main account on my way up through the tech tree of anything that was good in the games. Like, I don't remember having like really massive games when I first started getting going, and so I've surprised myself with some of these lower tier games on the free to play account. And I've actually got my William Sims up to a level 15 here, and as we start off, we're looking for the Phoenix for a broadside, but the Julio Cesare there absolutely slaps him off the map, and he deserved it. He deserved it for sailing broadside, and let me just say that Julio Cesare and myself are going to have one hell of a game between us. Yeah. It was shocking, it was surprising, and what surprised me while watching this video back is that literally I moved about 3 grid squares for most of it, but that destroyer has just learned that some battleships do shoot at destroyers, and I'll always try and take a shot if I think I can get something on it. Landed an 18.5 kilometer shot on a destroyer yesterday with a battleship for a kill. Very proud of that, but there we go. Julio Cesare takes out the Hawkins as my shells are literally on the way, so he's on 2 dev strikes. I've got 1. We're not going to have a lot of medals in this game, as you saw from the front screen. I'm not going to tell you what it comes out for. You've got to stick around and watch to the end, because I was frankly flabbergasted on this one. But I've got battleship on my left, I've got battleship on my right as of the screen as you look at it, and I'm thinking I can't take both of these on. What I do need to do is to kite down, try and angle to one, get guns across to the Kaiser while he's broadside, but dispersion is going to absolutely stuff me here, and while focusing on that Kaiser, get my guns in, get my bow in to this Wyoming that's pulling down, because I realise that between myself and the Julio Cesare, we probably are going to be the ones to carry this game, and the fact that I'm getting so much attention from the aircraft carrier is telling me that he's out here somewhere too, and very, very close, because the rotation time of his bombers and his torpedo bombers is very fast indeed. I can see where they're coming from just outside of my range ring at the top of the map, and I'm going to continue to push and do what I can. That Wyoming's been a pain, but I want rid of this Kaiser if I can before I go after the Wyoming. He dips out of sight behind the island. There's 1, 2, 3 ships across there on the right hand side of the map. I don't think I've got, or is it all 4 out there? No, carrier's behind me. But he doesn't have big guns, does he? So I'm kind of stuffed. I'm literally like holding this flank and being reliant on some crossfires from the Julio Cesare, who seems to be the only other person in the game that has his head screwed on. Now, even though I'm hitting broadside battleships, I'm just not getting citadels, and I don't know why that is. If you know why I can't citadel the Kaiser at that kind of range, let me know. However, Mr. Wyoming is not going to be so lucky, because we hit him for 1 citadel, we over angle too far, and he gives us a great big slapping, but he's fired all of his guns, and we punch another hole through the side of his ship. And this is where somebody plays the game entirely wrong. And I'm not saying it's me, because I just turned face first into an island. It's this Kaiser, because he has got me sat broadside off his left side, and he is going after the carrier. I think he knows the game is lost, and to be frank, that carrier, he could pick off easily with his secondaries and could have focused his main guns on me as I pick up a clear sky, which I think just goes to show how much the carrier has been harassing me. He's doing the same, he's trying to angle to me, and I decide I'm going to try and go full steam ahead and get myself in front of the aircraft carrier and perhaps take one for the team, just to soak a bit of damage. But again, he's broadside, and look at that, the shells land halfway between me and him, but I'm lucky and get another one off. But unluckily, he gets a last shot off on the carrier. Look at that, we're on 99,000 damage. We've picked up our high caliber, we've got a clear sky, and we've got 2 dev strikes. We're on 3 kills. There's 1 ship left in the game. It's the aircraft carrier. We know where he is. He's on my side of the map. And I don't have any support anymore. I'm going to be reliant on my own AA, and knowing that as a German carrier who has those wonderful AP bombs that seem to be able to smash the living ship out of your decks through the top, but thankfully this guy hasn't been to Specsavers, and I don't know where he was dropping those bombs, but the fish that he killed will be very, very upset. So he's obviously decided that he can't hit anything with bombers, so he's going to bring torpedoes in. You'll notice I've locked my turrets for my turn, because when I turn out I want those turrets to be available again at the right angle. But there we go, we turn into him, we soak a torpedo. I have no doubt that he is going to come round again, and we're looking for that, but we are still knocking planes out of the sky, and we can see where those bombers are heading back to. He's going to be spotted anytime soon. So, thinking he's going to bring torpedoes again, I try to use this little island to screen me from the side, and nope, he goes bombs on us again. Luckily, no citadel hit there, so we'll keep moving. He's going to get himself spotted. There we are. We have a beautiful broadside Ryan aircraft carrier at 9.3 kilometers, and we have a full set of guns. And watch where these shells land, because they are nowhere near him. Literally, it seemed that they went like everywhere but on him. Nothing but over penetrations. I was like, what the actual heck? So here he comes with his torpedoes, bombers again. I can see that the Giulio Cesare there, he's taken 2 solo caps. Now remember that, 2 solo caps. I've now moved about 5 grid squares, but we have a reload. We put the shells out there, and we get the citadel hit with just under another 7,000 damage to take us up to 110 with 4 kills, high caliber, clear sky, 2 dev strikes. What really shocked me here, given that Giulio Cesare had 2 solo caps, is I still beat him on base XP, and we broke through 3000 XP in a tier 4 tech tree battleship. Both of us there picking up high calibers and dev strikes. We did most of the work for that team. I know that caps are worth a heck of a lot of base XP, so how on earth I came up with that much, I don't know. I was also blessed with the stupidity of some players not understanding which targets they should focus. But if you like that one, smash the like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel, and as always, take care of yourselves. Until next time, take care and goodbye.